Hi folks, you're with Taskless today, your pushback channel, and thank you for joining this presentation. In this video I'd like to talk about a very concerning email that we received. I have a share in a business, and the email was that if you want to bid on government contracts above a certain value, and the threshold is surprisingly low, if you want to bid on government contracts, it's compulsory that you attend training on the gender wage gap, lack of gender equity, lack of race equity, and how white systems of oppression and white privilege are holding minorities back from equal participation in the STEM or the high tech, the upper end of the engineering industries. Now, this is not an option. You don't say, well, I'll go or I won't go. No, you have to pay to go. And if you don't go, and if you don't complete the course and get the certification, then you can't bid on the contract. So this is not an option, or you can discuss it or debate it or something. No, you will do this, or you are not able to bid for government business. Now, okay, let's have a look at the people who were doing the course. Now, the first speaker is a lady from Africa who's a lesbian and still speaking with a very thick African accent. Now, this is one of the most impoverished third world countries that there is in the entire world. I think they're 3 or 4 from the bottom of the poorest countries. So they are one of the most dirt poor places on the planet. And a woman comes from there. Best I can work out, she's never had a job. The only work she's ever done is working for NGOs, doing race hustling and gender hustling stuff. So somehow she's ended up getting a free pass to come into Australia. Within days of being in Australia, she's given a job as an equity lecturer at university on pretty decent money, by the way. This woman has never had a job in her life. And then she is then hired out by government departments where she's a forced speaker. This is not a speaker where you optionally attend, or you think, gee, I'll attend a lecture or a talk by this person. It is compulsory you attend, with the big stick that you can't do business with the government unless you listen to this woman for hours, and she personally signs off on your certificate there. Now, there are 3 speakers. There's a white lady who's she'd be in her 30s. Again, she's never really had a job, but she's lecturing straight white men about equity and what's right and what's wrong and so on. And she's a midget. I'd say she's maybe 144 centimetres tall, and she again, no accomplishments, no achievements. Everything she's got is through affirmative action, and she's going to lecture us on gender equity. So, and then finally there's another section here where it's a homosexual activist now, and his talk is about why all straight white men are so evil because they don't have equal numbers of women or gay guys, lgbtq in the the engineering and the upper managerial ranks. So this is how bad things have got. Now, if it was a free talk and it was optional, you went, okay, I don't care. But it's compulsory you go, and you must pay. So this is hardly an example of a free market at work. Now, the rationale they're applying is the equal outcome formula. So there are not an equal number of LGBTQ people in upper management, therefore there is discrimination, and that discrimination is evil and bad. It's Nazis. All straight white males are at fault, and so there are not an equal number of women, not an equal number of black women, not an equal number of black lesbians, and on it goes. But this is straight white men being forced to go through this ridiculous fucking charade of ideological madness. The government's forcing on it. Don't do this, you can't do business. Now, the bigger companies, or even the medium-sized companies, are responding by hiring, diversity directors and equity directors and vice presidents of equality, and all these sort of things, and then they're sending them along to these courses. But these are people getting paid quite well. They're in the executive suite just to make it look good. It's all window dressing, of course. And they're being sent along, and they want to. Well, we've got a department of 500 people in our equity. Look, hey, look, we're serious about equity, and going along with it. But the black woman giving the African woman, again, who's never had a job, is lecturing straight white male businessmen about equity and gender equality and everything. Fuck. But that's the insanity that we're in at the moment, and let's hope. It's going to come to an end very soon. You've been with Tacitus today, your Pushback channel. Thank you for listening.